Peace or Rarikama I here of Rarikaba Mystics and Uproot and Aspire Higher. I did put my fingers in there today because I wanted to show you my jewels. You know, I curate copper designs. I can do just about anything with copper. So yeah, check out Rustic Gems by Uproot and Aspire Higher if you want a piece of your own. You know, this is my little Naga wand. A little something I just put together. Anyways, yes, I do copper jewelry with crystals and stones and sea glass, and that's just one section of Rustic Gems, but check it out. We have a page on Facebook right now. But anyways, we're here to look at this week for this weekly PowRa, the next 7 days. Happy new Lunar New Year. I was going to say a bit Happy New Year, but Happy Lunar New Year, because you know we had that 1st of January. We have one now. I call it the Naga New Year, which is happened on the 25th, which is the day I'm recording. But yeah, we have this week commencing on the 26th of January and ending on the 1st of February. So this is the last week of January. We're just fresh off the new moon as well in Sagittarius. And yes, we're coming into a new month, and February is seen as the second month, but it's actually the 12th month, okay, in order of calendar. How do you say, in order of how the calendar was originally formed, okay? Originally it was from March until what does it say? March until December, and then January and February got added in later, but then became the first and the second month. Anywho's, so this week we have the soul fresh in-ish Capricorn energy. We're in Capricorn season as yet. Started around the 20th of this month. The 26th day is vibing on an 8 and a 10 vibe in the Capricorn moon. The 27th, which is the lunar day, is on a 9 and a 3 vibe in the Aquarius moon. And the 28th, which is the Mars day, is on a 10 vibe /5 on our Aquarius moon. And the Mercury day is the 29th, which is on the 11th vibe /7 on a Pisces moon. And then we have Jupiter day, which is on the 30th, is on a 3/9 numerological vibe, and the mood, or the moon, I said mood, by the way, MOOD, because the moon represents our mood, you know, how we think and how we feel, you know, can sway us, and it's also representative of how we create our reality, you know. So we have Cetus in the mood on that day, and then we have on the 31st, I'm going to go back to Cetus, the 31st, which is the Venus day, commonly known as Friday even. I call it Friday, you know, it's a term, it's out there. It's on a 4 vibe, the 3 and the 1 being a 4, and then when you accumulate the all the numbers for the day from the modern to the ancient and accumulate it, we have an 11 vibe. And yes, last week I did make a few mistakes on a few of the days, I think, numerologically wise, but then I was going to correct it for the random fours day, but as I was doing the calculation for it, the Thursday and onwards was correct, so I thought let me leave it, and I should have, but here I am letting you know that I think the first 2 days or 3 days weren't exact that day, and I haven't got the sheet of paper with me right now, so you know, let's keep it moving with the time. But I just wanted to correct myself and let you know that I did notice there was a correction needed, and I hope you was able to define that for yourself and keep it pushing, you know. That's why it's always important not to just take people's words for gospel. That's a bright example right there. As much as I am a way shower, I also make mistakes and I also learn from them. And one of my biggest things is always, if I make a mistake, is come up and say, look, I did wrong. And that's what I was going to do on the random forest day, but then I started calculating from the day forward and it was seemingly right, so I just did a different random forest day, and then I went back and I was like, oh shit, it wasn't right the first couple days, so my bad, I apologize. But here I am And here we are. And I said I was going to go back to Cetus. Okay, Cetus, people don't know much of this constellation. Why do we keep it up? Cetus is mythologically seen as the whale. And from what I gathered, it's like that energy is all about, once you have beautiful things in your life, Cetus is the energy that will devour that beautiful thing if you abuse it, or you use it to manipulate, or you gained it by manipulation or by abuse. Do you understand? Right, that's Cetus. I wanted to mention about the month. So the month, commonly known as the second month of the year, is actually the 12th month of the year. You know, the number 2 energy is all about your emotions, unions coming together, relations. But it's actually anciently a number of 3 or 12, 1 and a 2, which is 1 being initiative and 2 being about the unions and the emotions, and together making a 3. And as always, when I think about the number 3, it's always that energy where that saying, where is it gone? When one or more are gathered, I am there. And that's talking about the divine, the infinite one, the God, the Most High. And it's all about creativity, because divinity is creativity, right? And so this month, instead of we also have Valentine's Day that comes in. That I would love to just obliterate that word, because Valentine's is not a good energy at all, but it is the love month cosmically, I like to put it as. And it's a lesser time of trying to focus on relationships outside of you, but more so recreating the relationship within you. Again, back to similarly energy from last week's reading, about communions. Let it be the royal communions and the first communions, which is the communion within ourselves. How do we communicate with ourselves, and recreate that? Actually, and before I move on, we're fresh off the new year, the lunar new year, and the dark lunar moon in Sagittarius, and this is the last week of February. I wanted to make a point to just looking over my notes. This week we have an emphasis on being self-acclaimed, okay? Self-acclaiming yourself, gratify. How do you say that word? What am I trying to say here? Not gratifying, but self-praise. Giving thanks for yourself. Like a lot of times, again, it's alluding to the energy that we're coming into for February. It's not about waiting for somebody to tell you well done. It's always you patting yourself on the back when you've done a well done job. Not to do things because you think somebody is gonna, is gonna be happy with you or is wanting you to do that. It's about doing things that is natural to you, okay? And even if it could be natural to you, it might not be the best thing, but you finding out through you just being you is better than you doing something because you think somebody else is gonna approve of it that way and not this way, somebody or something. However it goes. I think that sounded like it was a however. I was going to say something else. No. Yes, so that's that. Again, that not so much on the number 2 energy, but more on the 3 energy, the internal compass. Your internal moral compass. that I think it was 2 weeks ago. I was talking to some of the people that like to pre my channel and act like they're not there, but I know you're here, and I kind of I feel like it seemed like I shied away from communicating what I really meant about that, and it wasn't that. Sometimes I don't give it time because it's not necessary. I'm very I'm being more, not say cautious, but just being more aware of where I give my time and energy to, because I have a lot of energy tugging, so yeah, it's about, I don't know where that one came from, but anywho's, we have the 27th, which is the lunar day. We have, it's a 9 day, 2 and a 7 being 9, and overall is a 3 energy. And we have the moon in Aquarius. And this week, it's about self-acclaimation, we could say. and we have heavy influences of Venus and Neptune. And Venus is that energy of love, beauty, harmony. It can seemingly be like that hedonistic kind of energy, but we all need to feel good about ourselves and enjoy what we're doing, but not to be lazy or to be too indulgent. Okay, we need to strike a balance. And when Venus is in Libra, that's more of a balance, and when Venus is in Taurus, that can be more of the indulgence. So it's like the self-affirmation. Like, it's also about not just praising yourself when you've done good, but also checking yourself when you've done bad, and realize how you can do better, and realize how you can do more of that good. And I don't want to say ameliorate, I don't want to say never to negate the bad, but just understand why. Because when you can understand why you do the things that yourself is not good, you can work it instead of just trying to stop doing it. You have a better chance of cutting out the bullshit once you understand why you do in the first place. Because there's a lot of things that happens to us that we go through, that we do, and it's not innate of us, and we just try to stop doing it or feel bad about it and shame and pity and woe. But that's not actually that's not conducive. Taking your time to realize the steps and looking around, and always within first and within lastly, really can get you where you need to go. Up and up, Okay, thanks. So again, Venus and Neptune are heavy influences this week, and explain what Venus was about, and also that home bliss, domestic bliss. And then we have Neptune, which is co-ruler of Pisces, and it's like I feel like I get stuck with Neptune because I don't know. I'm gonna figure that one out. But Neptune, fantasy, said to be illusions, and it can be, because again, it's about checking yourself, not being fanatical about all your good stuff and then trying to act like you don't have bad stuff. Because everybody has their light and the dark, the yin and the yang, the thing that's out in the open, how people usually perceive, but in the inside of themselves, what things that they may want to conceal and cover up and stuff like that. And we all have to check those things, because the things that we can check in the dark can't hurt us in the light, but the things that's in the dark will always come to light. So it's better that you check it before you get checked. Alright? And there's always something, some way, somewhere that can check it. So the energy I get for the lunar day on the 27th, again, the 9/3 energy in Aquarius moon, is that it's time to go within for the balance. For the balance of the yin and yang realms, your light and dark self. It'll be a great day to do so. And then on the 28th, we have Luna, I'll say conjuncting Neptune and Venus, like 50 minutes apart. Okay? And that is to check how you see your reality. Do you love it? Okay? If you don't, you need to break your own molds to make it lovable. That self-acclamation. Make yourself proud. Right? Okay, so we have other planetary wise, we have Mercury in Capricorn until the 3rd. We also have Venus in Aquarius until the 3rd. We have Mars continuously in Ophiuchus, Saturn, Jupiter, Pluto, Ceres in Sagittarius, Uranus in Aries, and Neptune in Aquarius. Okay, and again, Venus is all about the love, the balance, and the material world, right? And the balance between the spiritual and material world even. And Neptune, said to be illusions, but it's about imagination. And hold on, I got here correspondence, how you correlate with yourself internally and externally. Yeah, because that was the channel right there that I got the correspondence bit. I was like, oh, is it? But it makes sense because you know how you create your how you use your imagination, and you know how you create illusion. It's all it's I want to say correlation. It's born out of something. It's how you respond, how you correspond. It comes from ideas, it comes from your makeup, it comes from external factors, it could be internal factors. You know, it's all about how you deal with it and how you realize it, how you realize it, like manifest it. And it's up to you to check, is it for the highest good, if it's for your highest good. And again, so we've got the 27 and the 28 being like core days for us to really break free from our constraints, so we can be more self-acclaimed, more proud of ourselves, knowing that we've cut out some bullshit that we know is necessary to, right? And on the 29th, there's it's the same, it was similar energy of the 7 overall energies, the 11 and the 7. So 29 is 11 is a master builder number, and it's all about your intuition and you connecting to your highest heights, and also connecting to your highest relationships in the earthly plane and also other planes. Right. And on the Saturn day, which is the beginning of the new month, February, and beginning in Cetus as well, it's also the similar energies. So I charge you to check how your day runs on the 29th, and then correlate it to how it ends your week on the Saturn day on the 1st of February. Okay, there's going to be some lessons to be learned there, and blessings to be earned thereafter if we take the time, you know. But again, back to the month beginning in February, I feel like this month we have to, once we do the inventory work on the 27th, 28th, take time for those days to do that. There's going to be some kind of revelation as to move forward on the 29th. Sorry, 27, 28, 29th, yes, maybe, not sorry, that's what was supposed to be said. 27, 28, because as I was speaking, I was thinking I should have added the 29th day as well. But so the revelation will come on the 29th that you can then move forward on the February month, to do with the things that you love, the things that you find beautiful, you know, and how are you acquiring that? How are you maintaining that? Are you abusing that? You know? There are always repercussions to your actions. So let it be soothing to you. Otherwise, it could be damaging. Okay? So let's have a look at the cards for this week. Okay. Yes, and we're starting off the year of the rat. I tried to have a look at the year of the rat. Also, you know, you should check out Joey Yep. He's great. Joey Yep. He talks more quite in depth about the Chinese astrology. And yeah, because remember, the year is not the only energy that you can work with the Chinese zodiac. There's days, there's months, there's hours. You know, just like the Western astrology, you know, there's an hour for each zodiac and stuff. But yes, the Chinese zodiac is very interesting. It incorporates a lot of the elements which I love, you know. So it would be good for you to check it out. And also I have my own Chinese, let's call it the Naga zodiac, where I look at the ancient and the modern with all things. So if you want to, you know, personalize everything, I ask you first, you know, do you resonate more with the modern or the ancient or both? And we can work it from there. Same likewise with the numerology, you know, because I put it like this to you because this is how I work it. But if you want to specify just the 2020 year and not the Coptic year like I use, then, you know, we can run it. But I always say go for it all, put it together, makes it whole. And I think there will be a time when I'll only be doing it that way, because that is the truth for me, not just for me. For me, really, but you know, take your time and you reach it when you're ready. When you're ready. Okay, are we ready? Yes or no? Okay, so we had this last week. Soul Day, we have Catalyst. Okay, I'll put it there so y'all can see. Moon Day, we have Love, Live, Learn, Enjoy. We haven't had this for a long time. I love that one. I love that saying there. And Mars Day, check your spirit, don't lose your soul. Soul, Moon, Mars. Sorry, I'm just checking my calendar here. Learn from the past to change the future now. Is that Mercury? Yeah. Know thyself holistically and psychologically. That's Jupiter. And then this one popped out when I was shuffling earlier. This is Twin Soul for Venus. Soul, Moon, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, and Saturn Day. Oh, another one of these. Twin Flame. Ah, shit. Twin Soul and Twin Flame and Catalyst in this week. Oh, God. How would, when did we have Catalyst? Was it on a Saturn Day? Because last week I actually did my own and then did a collective one as well, which kind of corresponds. Some of the cards came out together, similar, but not in the same position. Very interesting for me to do it that way, because I haven't yet just been running with the collective messages. Okay, oh, wow. Faith without works is void. Listen, this message is coming out 3 weeks in a row. You know what that means? Because when I was doing the dailies, when things came up consistently, it was always a telltale sign to be like, yo, geez, gods and goddesses and all that good stuff, take heed. And what's underneath there? I see another relationship card. Yep, karmic soulmate, which is just karmic situations, lessons to be learned, right? Again, this is all about your self-acclamation. Like, you have to be right on point and checking yourself. Don't wait for nobody to check you. You have to be ready and willing to learn your lessons so you can earn your blessings. Don't expect blessings if you can't learn your lessons and take heed. I was just in one myself. I was about to leave this for another time, but then I realized, no, I've got a full day tomorrow, so that's not going to work. And I've been wanting to get the readings out earlier, so I said, no, come on, do the thing, man, do it proper. Yes, pushing myself out of my comfort zones, out of my boxes. And yeah, this is a great time to do so. Let's clarify with the tarot. Okay. Yay. Okay, first up, Judgment. We had this last week too. Okay, that's Soul Day. Then we have the Three of Wands, the Knave of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords. Ooh, 9. And then we have the Seven of Wands, and the Knight of Chalice. Okay, the Knight of Chalice. Right, let's see what's underneath it there. The Six of Swords. Interesting stuff. Let's break it down. Okay, so on the Soul Day, we have Catalyst with Judgment. Okay, again, making those changes. We have 8 vibration on the 26th and 10. Like, check your cycles. And we're in the Capricorn moon. We're in Capricorn season as well. And you know, Capricorn is seen as the ambitious one, the materialistic one. okay, the devilish one at times. And I say, I don't want to call it, stop calling it devil. It's Satan. I'm going to say that. So you can always correlate it to Saturn. And Saturn is about being on purpose. And it gives you hard tasks to get you on purpose. You know? So those are the lessons, the hard lessons that we have to learn. The things that you know you have to change, the thing that is always irking you for you to be like, oh man, this is not the best way forward. Why do I keep doing this? But you keep doing it, and it's for you to make a concerted effort to really strive to make the change. That's the catalyst energy, the need for change. To check if you are ready for that change. Okay. And we have judgment, because it's a judgment call, man. It's a judgment call. To see, are you ready for the change? Are you really are you doing the works, or are you just, sitting on your laurels and expecting things to just fly by and come to you? Check it. Remember, you want to be self-acclaimed. That means that's not just about self-praising, self-preservation. It's about checking yourself and getting real with yourself. That's soul day for you. And then moon day, we have love, live, learn, enjoy, baby. And as always, I want to reiterate that enjoy. Let me move this a little, just there. Enjoy is spelled with I-N instead of E-N, because it's all about being in the now, being present, being in the moment. Don't sit yeah, because yes, last week it's been very telling for me. Don't wait for things to then work it out afterwards. Deal with it as it's right here in the now. Okay. Make the decisions. Don't stop. Don't wait on your laurels. When you feel the fuel, when you feel the passion, get on it. There's one thing where, for me, as a number 4 energy, a mental energy, I'm also my soul sign is in the cusp of Libra and Scorpio, and I have my ICs, it has a little air in there as well. So mental energy is a thing. See, I had a point that's just left me. Hold on. Being present, being now, being fueling passion, not waiting, going for it, listening to them. But that's it. That sometimes when I get the nudge for something, and instead I ask a question about the nudge, but because of I have Gemini highly aspected in my chart, and you know what, I have to let you all know I'm very cuspy. That's why I feel I'm so, I want to say, well-rounded, whole-rounded, because I not only know that we are all the signs, because a lot of people get stuck on their soul or their moon or their rising, but we are all the signs. That's how we can be holistic, right? But I'm also and some of my core points are in very auspicious places, and everything is auspicious really, but also because I'm very cuspy, most at my points, at my zeniths, at my crossroads, there's always cuspy energy, and so I'm flowing from different energies all the time, and let's not dwell too much on my chart anyways. But because of the air signs, and spirit is air, communication flows through air, it's very important for us to realize that not all our thoughts are organic, not all our thoughts are autonomous. Sometimes they are sent thought forms that are non-conducive for you. So I find that when I second guess my initial initial gut feeling, then I get that, because how do I put it down? I've got people doing work on me, but I'm so cool that I'm riding. Okay, I'm a rider. We keep moving, but never to stop and just keep. We're not just moving. We're realizing, we're checking the steps, we're realizing the cycles, which is important, very. So I find when you second guess yourself, or you ask the question as, oh, should I really do it, or can I do it, then the spirit form comes in and starts to, you know, try to breed confusion. Go with your gut feeling. Be sure that you're centered, and it'll be all right. I see I'm coming up to my minutes, so I'm not even going to try dwell into anything too deep right now, because I have a cut-off point. It seems to stop always at 31:22, so 31:21 or so. So we gonna come back. Okay, it's just running.